What's up, everybody, and welcome once again to Tale of the Tape, brought to you by Gym Bag Entertainment, the show about combat sports by guys who love combat sports. As always, it's your host, Craig, and here with my co-host,
your contending correspondent, Michael Johnson.
Those are never going to get old, man.
They just get deeper.
Yeah. They just get deeper and better. All right. So I'm going to jump right into it. UFC Fight Night, Magomed Sharipov versus Cater, Saturday, November 9th. That was a 2 p.m. event in CSKA Arena, Moscow, Russia. And it opened up with Grigory Popov, 13-2, going up against the 10-4 Davy Grant. Let's talk about it.
I apologize. I didn't see this fight, and I couldn't find it on demand on the.
It was just in the prelim.
I didn't see it. Oh, under the whole prelim?
Yeah, under the whole prelim. It was the very first fight.
My apologies. I did not watch this fight.
Okay, so it was
Give us a breakdown.
I am going to give you the breakdown. So this fight, I'm sorry you missed it, because
Really?
this fight was actually pretty awesome.
I wanted to see the Davy Grant come back. I was
Yes.
excited for that.
And both guys came into this fight trying to win. It was a very exciting, scrambling altercation.
Really?
A lot of submission attempts went down. Some great scramble. Grant had the clear advantage in the striking because Popov was really just like leaning in, throwing overhand rights and stuff like that, and Grant was easily able to get out of the way of those punches and then take him to the ground. But both guys made some really great submission attempts, and Davy Grant wins the decision.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that one. I was geared up to see Davy Grant win.
I'm surprised, yeah, because it was just you watched the pre. So maybe when
I
you
usually
watched
kind of if I have to go back to them, I kind of go fight by fight, and that one wasn't listed by itself.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, like the fight by fight. Yeah,
that one wasn't listed by itself. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Just had to dive a little deeper. That was my
you did.
fault.
So, but no, it was a very good fight. To be honest with you, I feel like not the most exciting, but one of the more exciting fights of the event. In the women's bantamweight division, Jessica Rose Clark, 9-5, going up against the 11-5 Pani Kianzad.
Kianzad, yeah, this was a good fight overall. Good striking battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't even try to go for any kind of grappling. I don't think,
I don't remember seeing any grappling attempts.
Jessica Rose Clark looked good. She had some good counter striking going on. Good striking overall from her, actually, but Pani Kianzad was, a level above her. Her setups off the jab, her timing, she had, good combos and variety of punches. Good power, too, for bantamweight, and comes away with a good unanimous decision. The setups off the jab, Rose Clark didn't know what to do. Her head was too centered. And she was just getting picked.
You know what I think I did in my head? I think somehow when I was watching this fight, I think in my mind I reversed their names. Because the light-skinned girl is actually Pani. And the white girl is Jessica Rose.
With the braids, was Jessica Rose.
Because when you was talking, I'm like, what are you talking about, man? No. Because in my mind, I'm like, Jessica was putting it to her.
Because Pani was on with that. She had good, powerful punches, good combos.
She was killing it.
Yeah, she was great all around. And just classic boxing, setups off the jab, Yeah. And
she believes that she is on par to fight any of the top female contenders.
And she probably got a little bit to do in the grappling department. We didn't see none of that.
No challenge.
Rose Clark was hitting her with some good low kicks, good body kicks, but she was getting countered right after because her head was straight on the center. Like I said, when she would throw the kicks, she needed to find more angles and turn up the volume a little bit, and she would have been all right. This is, Kianzad definitely dominated, but Rose Clark kept it pretty close.
I hear you.
She didn't overwhelm her.
Yeah, exactly. So when
she got a little ways to go.
Yeah. When I was watching that and I heard them say that's what she said, it wasn't what they were saying. It was what she had said. I was like, I don't know about all that. You're not looking overly dominant in this fight. You can see that you're clearly winning, but I feel like a fighter like Rose Clark needs to be dominated more so to say you're ready for a top contender. Another really good, fun fight to watch in the lightweight division. Alexander Yakovlev, 24-8-1, going up against the 8-1 Roosevelt Roberts, and I enjoyed this fight.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Roosevelt Roberts, a guy we like around here. His good striking, that length that he has. Good center control of the octagon.
Incredible center control.
Like the way that he cut off angles on him, he wasn't marching him down, you know what I mean? He was staying in his face no matter where he went. That was incredible.
His confidence in people's faces is
it's great.
Amazing.
He stays right at his range, and he doesn't care where your striking range is one bit. Good strength in the clinch by Yakovlev. Roberts, notoriously bad takedown defense. I don't think he cares about getting taken down.
No, because he's good on the ground.
Immediately goes right for, guillotines and triangles, arm bars, things like that. Good scrambles on the ground for sure. Good submission attempts all around.
This was an exciting back and forth.
I think in round 2, Yakovlev had some good top control, but not enough striking. Definitely not enough striking while standing either. And Roosevelt, just unanimous decision all the way,
Yeah, I felt it. I mean, the thing I was loving, like you said, he was forcing his way in front of Yakovlev, making him uncomfortable.
Yeah, he couldn't get away.
The thing I also loved is when they got into a clinch, Roosevelt, it seemed almost at will, got his underhooks.
Right.
And then when he got him, Yakovlev would back off because he didn't want no part of that. And then he almost gets an armbar. But
I did like that, Yakovlev didn't just lay on him, and just because he seemed stronger in the clinch, and when he failed to take down, like you said, with Roberts getting his underhooks back, Yakovlev would break it, but he couldn't get in the striking range, and Roosevelt with a good win.
Yeah, real good win, and a return to the winning circle.
Yep.
He didn't like the feeling of that first loss in his career. In the welterweight division, Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov, whatever. I hate this dude's name. 15-2-1, going up against the 16-5 David Zawada.
Yeah, now we got 2 of these Nurmagomedovs here in the UFC. Abu Bakr with his debut, Khabib's cousin. No striking footwork, no movement.
Nothing.
One bit. He came in and walked towards him looking for a double leg. Got it perfectly. Got a nice double leg right off the bat. Zawada was not impressed, didn't care. Used a beautiful butterfly guard setup, and I think I'll give him technique of the week for that butterfly guard.
I was going to say, because he turned it right into a beautiful...
he's got the butterfly guard is where you rest, the front of your ankles on the inside of their legs. And then, he moved the one foot, the heel up to the hip. We call that mission control.
Yeah.
And that allows you to push to get your leg up for arm bars or triangles.
Yeah.
Immediately gets the the triangle, and Abu Bakr fighting it off pretty well. Switches to the armbar and he cranked the armbar while in the triangle position just so he could cinch the triangle harder. It was pretty slick.
It was pretty slick. Yeah, it was.
He made him worry. It was
just a nice little trap.
He made him worry about his arms so he could cinch the triangle all the way and chokes him good. Finishes it round 1, 2 minutes 50 seconds in submission. It was
a beautiful move because it was when you see him take him down and you think,
here we go.
It's gonna be pressure right into ground and pound, and then right to the back for a submission.
Yep.
And nope, dude just puts in the guard, puts him into the triangle, and then gets him into the submission. Boom, it's over, and you could see the shame and disappointment.
This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Ruined Khabib's cousin's debut for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Khabib in the corner, Khabib's father in the corner. They were a bit upset. Khabib hanging his own head over by the cage. That was a bad night for the Nurmagomedov family.
Oh man, I felt so terrible for him. I'm like, but hey, learn more.
Yeah.
Learn more.
Like I said, coming in, he had the takedown ability like his cousin. Doesn't have that chain wrestling and that pressure. And Zawada exposed that with the immediate guard and the immediate submission pressure. And
nobody does it like Khabib, though, man.
Yeah.
Khabib is just a whole nother machine.
It's the relentless movement.
Yeah.
He will not stay sitting in your guard trying to land punches on you. He will not allow you to set something up, and I guess his cousin is not the same.
No, got a lot to learn there.
Yeah.
All right, in the middleweight division, Roman Kapoilov, 8-0, going up against the 8-2 Carl Robertson. This was another excellent fight.
Great fight. I actually liked Roman Kopylov quite a bit in this fight. He's got fast, crisp hands. He needed more volume to make it a fight. Mm-hmm. He went for it in round 3, it seemed. Before he
went for it or took advantage of a shady move.
Well, even before that, I feel like he was going for it, and I think that's what led to the eye poke. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I feel like the story of the fight was the southpaw versus the southpaw, because Robertson's got the big digging leg kick.
Oh,
but
God.
he doesn't. I mean, you're a southpaw. He's usually got to fight, orthodox fighters. So usually he's kicking the lead leg, so he's kicking the inside, with his power leg kick. This time he gets to bury it into somebody's thigh, the lead front leg, and boy did he ever.
Oh man, it was brutal.
The body kicks too, it was all coming off of that. Every time he was cracking the leg, he would end up getting him wincing from the leg and then throw a high kick. Kopylov would see the high kicks coming, for the most part.
I always love that. It's one of my favorite moves that fighters do is repetitive leg kicks or body kicks to get you to go for it.
If it's hurting,
come up for the head.
If it's hurting, you're gonna react.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. Hats off to Kopylov not getting kicked in the face. Mm-hmm. Round 3. Gets him with a good eye poke. I don't understand why fighters, when one fighter's rushing in, why they think they can try to stop them. Like, no, don't. And they put their hands out to cover. And, that would be fine if it was 2 fists. But,
They
always
say a
with
lot of that has to do with
the
the
finger
fact
out.
That a lot of kickboxers, if you're from kickboxing, you have the gloves on.
I've said that on the show before, that when you wear the gloves, that it's easy to just go like that to guard yourself, but you can't do that in MMA. Buries the finger in the eye. Looked like some damage.
Oh yeah, he definitely cut. Luckily,
Thankfully,
he
it
cut
was
the
on the
lid.
lid.
Yeah,
Yes.
he cut the lid. And Robertson just being an absolute soldier.
He wanted to start right back.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
And Roman thinks, let me go for it now that he's got his eye damaged. He throws everything he's got. And Carl wasn't having it. Lands a counter left while he's, exchanging there. Starts landing some more. Gets a big takedown.
Big takedown. I have
what
to
a
say
smart move, honestly, because
Yeah.
I thought, like Dan Hardy said, why not just hold him and lay on the fence with him? You know what I mean? Even if you can't take him down, initiate the clinch. Lay on him. Your eyes hurt. You got poked. You're definitely up 2 rounds to none.
Exactly.
So no problem. But ends up getting on top, securing a rear naked choke pretty quickly.
Pretty quick. See, the thing that was most impressive to me...
I don't think Kopylov seen that coming in one bit.
Not at all. Because I think that, granted, as a fighter, you got to do whatever it takes to win. So even though you're like, wow, you're really just going to go ham on the dude after you just ripped his eye open, he's got to win the fight.
Right.
So I get that.
That's his best chance to win.
But
I guess I understand.
That's where you also see where Robertson's leg kicks paid off.
Yeah.
He didn't have enough power to... If his leg was healthy, he might have put it to Robertson, but he wasn't healthy enough to lean into his punches.
Yeah, his leg was definitely compromised at that point. I mean, we're talking 4 minutes into the round 3.
Yeah, it was, and then to get him, and then for Robinson to go for the takedown and secure the rear naked choke, like, makes me so much more impressed than I was leading up into that moment.
And I think he should have got a performance of the night bonus here. David Zawada got it for his armbar over Abubakar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
But I feel like, Robertson's is much more impressive.
So much more impressive. He was injured, and I loved it. I can't wait to see more from Carl Robinson. He takes away an undefeated record from Roman.
Only going up here for him,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, in the welterweight division, Rustam Khabilov, 23-4, going up against the 26-5-1 Sergey Khandozhko.
Sergey Khandozhko.
There you go. That's how you say it.
Hesitant to strike. He knew that takedown was coming, and that's all Khabilov had for him all night. He's forcing that single leg against the cage the whole time. That's quite boring. I mean, the ref, there was a ref, was it in this one?
Yeah, the ref
that was telling him over and over, improve your position. At least we had that, but that really just led to him breaking them up a ton.
Yeah.
Every time that Khandozhko tried to strike, Rustam would change levels, force a single leg, push him to the fence. Khandozhko's takedown defense was good enough to withstand for the most part. Round 3, he ends up getting a double leg. Sergey's getting a little tired, so he ends up on his back. Gets some good top control in the last round. No real ground and pound, and just squeaks out a unanimous decision by not doing much.
So we're gonna give this one.
This is awarded least of the night for sure.
Damn right. And what I do want to say, because you just reminded me of this, talking about the ref doing a really good job of breaking these guys up.
I did like that a lot. I gave him 2 warnings before, loud, verbal, clear warnings before,
But I also
breaking them up.
That the ref in Carl Robinson's fight took the point. First eye poke, point taken away.
Right. No warning, no nothing.
Because it was a severe eye poke.
Yeah, and it was blatant, hands open. While Robertson's rushing in, he put his fingers up. Absolutely good call there.
I wanted to make that little note. All right, in the light heavyweight division, Magomed Ankalaev, 11-1, going up against the 10-1 Dalcha. You said this in the car, and I just go ahead. Lagwambula.
What a fight.
This was a good one. I have to admit, I only saw the end of the fight, so I have to rely on you.
I think this was my favorite fight of the night.
Wow.
Ankalaev, he's on my radar now. I seen him fight before. He had an upsetting loss, but he was in form here.
Yeah.
Dalcha definitely still got some learning to do. I mean, we know his physical presence is incredible. He's definitely got not enough endurance for his size. That didn't come into play so much, but because he was just getting hurt. I think Magomed just completely outclassed him. Long precision striking. He definitely did his homework on Lagwambula, and he confused him over and over with feints. You could see Lagwambula wanting to counter, but not knowing when to.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times he'd throw a counter strike that was way short, just swinging at the air, and it was kind of So he was really, really confused. All first round, just taking shots. Second round, well, Dalcha did land one good right hand, actually.
Yeah.
In round 1, in rocked Ankalaev, made him drop down a little bit and go back. He had to get his wits about him. He even said it in the post fight that he was in a little trouble there in round 1. From there, domination, though. The striking went his way. Round 1, round 2 gets a big takedown. Nothing but top control.
Yeah.
Brutal ground and pound from the half guard.
Wow.
He stayed in the half guard the whole time. Elbows, punches, the short elbows.
So Dalcha has no ground game.
No ground defense. I think Ankalaev was smart, though, because other fighters have mounted Lagwambula, and he's able to spring him off with the his strength and athleticism. But Ankalaev stayed in the half guard and never tried to pass. Never went for the side control, never went for mount. And I think that was much smarter to stay there because he couldn't get him off one bit.
That does sound smart.
No bucking of the hips one bit.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he definitely did his homework. And the feints was just confusing him. And then he just was able to land whatever he wanted. Third round, they come out for a third round. But 29 seconds in, Ankalaev with the smooth up kick reminiscent of the front kick reminiscent of Anderson Silva on Vitor Belfort.
Yes.
And knocks Languambula back out. Referee jumps in, didn't even let him strike him again.
Oh yeah, because he went down. He went down like.
He went down good. He was rocked out. So that's good to see a classy performance by Ankalaev. To see the guy who's clearly not the athletic specimen.
Yeah.
Give it to the athletic specimen.
That is awesome. This is a fight that I'll have to go back and watch tonight because I'm a little disappointed that I didn't see it knowing what I know now.
Classy performance by Magomed Ankalaev.
Good way to end the prelims.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think it was my favorite fight of the night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big. That's big right there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
All right, and then for the main card, in the light heavyweight division, Shamil Gamzatov.
Yes.
13-0 going up against the 15-3 Clydeson Farias Abreu. De Abreu.
Yes.
What do we got there?
Did you watch this whole fight? Because I'm upset with the outcome. World-class grapplers.
Yes, I do. I did watch the fight. I just don't remember.
Clydeson with, I believe Paul Felder called him the giant Rafael dos Anjos.
Yes, the giant Rafael dos Anjos.
That was pretty accurate.
It is pretty accurate. It is very accurate. Yes, I do remember watching this fight.
Good inside kicks, the combos, the takedown in round 2, the movement. Gamzatov maybe with the body shots in rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Gamzatov with the split decision, and I don't understand why. I think this was Clydeson's fight all the way around. I had it 30-27 if there was a scorecard.
To be honest with you,
me.
if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like I did think that the decision was wrong. I did think I remembered Clydeson being more accurate.
Absolutely.
And landing more.
Even in the third round, Clydeson kind of takes his foot off the gas a little bit, but from everybody's perspective, that was no problem because he had clearly won rounds 1 and 2 and was still winning round 3.
Yeah.
I don't understand how anybody gives this for Gamzatov. He was their undefeated guy coming up with the big name. Mm-hmm. The Russian fighter. I think he got a hometown win here because Clydeson was definitely the better fighter. The movement, the inside leg kicks, chewing him up all night. The combos, he was hitting them at will. I mean, nothing was overly powerful, but he's not an overly powerful striker.
So you know what I would like to see, because I feel like this has been happening, not a lot, but more than I feel like it makes sense to me. I'd like them to start releasing the scorecards.
Yeah.
Like this is the scorecards. This is how they got this decision.
Yeah, because I could see Gamzatov having some good power body shots through round 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. Clydeson definitely landed more significant strikes, but like I said, he's not the powerful fighter. Gamzatov's strikes hit, harder, but I don't get it.
Yeah, but the UFC doesn't judge on damage. They judge on actual contact.
And Clydeson with the takedown in round 2 when Gamzatov is supposed to be the big wrestler. Yeah. No, I'm upset with this one, but.
All right. Well, that's how that one went.
Yep.
In the welterweight division, Ramazan Ameev, 18-3, going up against the 16-5 Anthony Rocco Martin. What about this one?
I liked it. Anthony Rocco Martin, smart fight. He wasn't worried about the ground game, but I'd like to see him engage more on the feet. His striking is pretty good. Nice, long striking style. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he likes to get hit. Ramzan couldn't close. His jab was short. He needed more combos to try to make up for that short jab. the calf kick from Rocco Martin was the most significant thing all night. You know, the massive swelling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
on Amiv's leg.
You know what? In this fight, I do remember
gross.
we were all caught up in like whatever we were talking about, and I don't think I paid much attention to this fight. I don't know if I found this fight that lacked excitement.
It probably, if it wasn't for the Kandashko Kabilov fight, this would be. But Rocco Martin with some good work gets a unanimous decision. You know, they did end up going to the ground, but Rocco Martin, super dangerous. Immediately almost had a Kimura from the bottom.
Yep.
And, just kind of was safe for the most part.
I remember the
He doesn't
Kimura.
strike too serious, but he has a long right hand, long jab, and the calf kick. And, Ramzan Amiv trying to close the distance, couldn't get a takedown. Rocco Martin with good unanimous decision.
Boom, there it is. In the light heavyweight division, Khadis Ibragimov, 8-1, going up against the 24-14 1-no contest, Ed Herman. And this was pretty cool.
This was good. Ed Herman, Ultimate Fighter 3, right?
Yep.
He looked great. Leg kicks, right hand. He won the clinch, and the knees to the nose were were the thing. It was methodical about his striking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came in with a game plan.
He's smart. He's 39 years old. He knows better than to gas himself trying to be crazy. Everything he hits you with is strong, so he knows he could put you out. Khadis Ibragimov had a good jab going. Him and Herman were trading. This kid is tough as hell because his nose was definitely busted early, and just kept blowing the blood out, just kept flicking it away and kept trying.
Yeah.
Failed takedowns over and over, round 1 and 2.
Yeah, this was a bloodbath. This is the fight we were talking about, not wanting people's blood on us.
He just kept trying to, keep Herman away, or kept trying to clinch him and, push him to the cage. Herman just kept holding him away, landing them knees while they were in the clinch. I think Khadis was a little confused by being hurt. He was another undefeated up-and-comer.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, caught some damage and was like, what is happening here? And Ed Herman with a great unanimous decision. He's on the upswing at 39 years old. I think that's great.
That is awesome. It's good to see fighters make little comebacks and showing some flashes of their former selves.
It's crazy. Yeah, I think he's better than he ever has been.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the welterweight division, Zalim Imadaev, 8-1, going up against 16-5, Danny Roberts. Another really good fight.
That's a good, exciting fight. Zalim landed okay. He was flat-footed in the exchanges, though. He was willing to. He threw some good combos out, but he just would stand there. And Danny Roberts was super light-footed, fantastic movement. Good takedowns from him too.
Yeah.
That he was real smart with him too. He would wait during the punch exchange and then switch levels when he was getting pressured too much by Imadaev, and would just take him down from there. It was great. Great slips to the counter. His punches were on point, and that was the KO punch there. I believe it's round 2, or maybe even round 3. No, I think it's round 2.
I don't remember.
But Imadaev throws a left hand of his own. Roberts slips it. I mean, when they showed the slow motion, it looks like picture-perfect boxing.
Exactly.
Roberts slips it, throws his own left, puts him to sleep with a real hard, brutal left hook.
That's the worst, man. You get knocked out, nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's just over with. Did he? I felt like he didn't even know that he got knocked out.
Oh yeah, this was
Yeah.
This was definitely one of those. Yep.
The biggest, I don't know. The biggest surprise to me is this next fight. Heavyweight division, Alexander Volkov.
Yes.
30-7, going up against the essentially undefeated 5-1 and 1-no contest, Greg Hardy. In my opinion, very bad decision for him to take this fight so soon. I think he let his victories and quick victories and hard victories go to his head. He definitely should have took more time to train for this fight, but let's talk about it.
Absolutely. It might have helped him to get in, some more longer, leaner heavyweights in sparring, having some more time to prepare. But, he was leaps and bounds below Volkov. The only thing that was surprising to me is that Volkov didn't finish him, because I called it like this, honestly, from the get-go.
Yeah.
Hardy is not ready for this caliber. Volkov was cautious, though. He said in the post-fight he had to make sure he won because of the last loss. He wanted to make sure he got a win.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he fought cautious. But he picked Greg Hardy apart pretty much.
Oh, picked him apart piece by piece.
Dominated all 3 rounds. It was just a cautious win, but, classic Volkov, kicks.
Stayed right outside of the range.
Perfect jab. Hardy's a legit fighter, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt, he's just not at that level yet.
He was dangerous the whole time. He did try different things here and there to, to try to hurt him in one way or another. It seems that he probably hurt his hand pretty good in round 1, blocking that high kick away from his body.
Yep.
He knows a little better now. Put both of them arms up against you. You know what I mean? Don't take it away from your body. You're gonna break an arm. But
yeah, I give it to Greg Hardy. To say yes to a fight like this shows some real heart. And he didn't get finished. He took it the full 3 rounds. But yeah, like you said, Alexander just completely picked him apart. And put I don't want to say he put on a clinic, but he kind of did.
Right, just a step. But if he increased the volume a little bit more, it would have been a clinic. But he was. I think that's hats off to Greg Hardy's power. I think he felt it and said, let me not play around, because this guy can knock me out.
This guy can knock me out. And that was what was... he fought the smartest fight he could against a guy like this.
And frustrated Hardy after time, well, why can't I do something, And every significant strike that Volkov would land, Hardy was out of it more and more, I don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah, Greg Hardy definitely needs some more time to train to get into those ranked fighters.
He did humble himself afterwards. He calls himself the Prince of War, and he said that the Prince of War is the stepping down because he's got stuff to learn. He said, "Don't call me the Prince, because he said you can call me the soldier or something, because I got stuff to learn." Wow.
Well, that's good. To eat the humble pie.
Yeah.
To eat the humble pie like that, that impresses me.
It was classy to Volkov. After the fight, he was just thanking him. Thank you so much for taking this fight with me. Because how do you get better? Train all you want, but you need the experience inside the cage, and that's some great experience.
And this could be the fight that turns Greg Hardy around.
Yeah.
That one of the fighters I love to talk about who had a similar kind of situation is Thug Rose.
Yeah.
Thug Rose took her first loss for the belt and then took an additional loss later on to, I can't remember who, but I remember she lost 2 fights in a row, and then she completely revamped her style of fighting, shaved her head, and
Well, look at Masvidal now.
Oh, Jorge Masvidal is the latest installment of that type of fighter. Jorge Masvidal a little bit different. His losses all came from split decisions. He leads
but
the
still,
UFC.
just something a little missing in his mental. Probably not really even the physical game. They had the attributes, they had the abilities, just something missing.
And I think he went up to welter.
I think it's the full dedication. Just something.
Diving completely into it, giving it your all. No cut corners. And I think Greg Hardy might be the next guy to find that out. And hopefully he does, and we see a resurgence of him.
And it's hard, to try to go into a striking battle. Greg Hardy's been an athlete all his life, but Alexander Volkov's been a martial artist all his life. I mean, it's hard to catch up to.
Yeah, very true. Very true. All right, and then the main event. I hate that. It doesn't matter, but I do hate that it's not all on one page for me. In the featherweight division, the main event, Zabib Magomedshepov, 17-1, going up against the 20-3 Calvin Kattar. What'd you think about this fight?
It was a great fight. Disappointed in Calvin Kattar. I really like him, Massachusetts boy.
Seemed like he came a little unprepared.
A little bit, definitely, but I really would have loved to see 5 rounds out of this.
This is something that we agree on.
It's a main event here. It should be 5 rounds. But it was the reinstallment of their fight that was supposed to be a co-main event.
Yeah.
So the contract was technically signed for 3 rounds. They offered 5 rounds. Calvin Kattar said yes. Zabit said no.
Had it gone 5 rounds,
I think
might
we might have been different.
decision.
Yes, but Calvin Kattar knew it was 3 rounds. He should have turned it up earlier. In all honesty,
Yeah, this is true.
Zabit with a dominant fight, good attack variety, great kicks. Through the first 2 rounds, the significant strikes were 66 to 36 Zabit. I mean, it's almost double.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
you're just not putting out the volume, you know? Mm-hmm. He faded a bit in round 3, did Zabit. And Kattar really started to turn it up, starts to land some combinations. It definitely would have been a different fight if it was 5 rounds.
Yeah, just a little too late for Calvin Kattar.
It definitely wasn't. Calvin Kattar is an incredible boxer. He really is. But I feel, boxing has a real rhythm to it. You really need to set into your jab and find a rhythm to start really landing combinations and landing punches. So it's the same with kickboxing for sure. When you got a guy who's great with hands like that, it's a little strange when he starts to throw kicks as well, because it's not in the same rhythm.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he disrupts his punching rhythm to try to throw leg kicks or body kicks. So I think that makes Calvin kind of easy to time for a guy like Zabit as well. But I think Zabit did his homework well. He smothered Calvin's big long jab, which is his best weapon. And like I said, he needs to set his rhythm off of that jab. And Zabit stayed real close to him.
He did stay real close, yes.
Which was, a little strange, but you hear Dan Hardy saying, he's probably smothering the jab, which is exactly what he was doing. He was making it so he was too close for him to land that effective jab. When he wasn't too close, he was blocking it well so that he wasn't able to, continue with a combo off of the jab. Fantastic fight by Zabit.
I mean, he's
a super threat at featherweight.
Tall, long, and his striking looked awesome.
And it's all over the place. The variety is all over the place.
Neither one of these guys are the type of guys that look like they're going to knock you out with their punches, but
he doesn't need a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like a regular boxer or kickboxer might. He's just all over the place, and I think those are the top level of mixed martial arts.
I do want to see the way this fight went. Like, I'm kind of itching for a 5-rounder between these two guys. I don't know.
I really think Calvin just, disappointed himself here. He knows that he needed to figure something out earlier. Maybe, if you used that first round like you did, but the second round he needed to come out with a little more fire. He knew it wasn't 5 rounds.
Yeah,
so
this is true. Yeah. He did know it wasn't 5 rounds, and he didn't take advantage of it the way he should have. I'd like to see what would happen, though, if it was a 5-rounder.
Absolutely.
All right, so what do we got for news today?
All right, let's go with the good stuff. Dana White says he will work on booking Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero for a middleweight title. I don't know how you feel, but I'm not too happy with Yoel getting a title shot.
You know what? I've come to accept the fact that Dana White not only is he's the best fight matcher ever. He puts together great matches, but he also loves to cater to what the fans want to see.
Right.
And even though Yoel Romero is on a 2-fight losing streak, a lot of guys jump up.
He's a big-time fan favorite.
Yeah.
He's exciting.
It's going to sell tickets.
Even in his losses, it's always, fight of the night. It's always something super exciting. You can't just put him away.
Exactly.
You always got to go to war with him.
And I think that's what he wants. He just wants. Dana cares more about exciting fights.
And I hate the fact that he could possibly beat Adesanya, and then, you got the likes of Paulo Costa will have to face Romero to get his title shot, a guy who he's already beat. Like, you know what I mean? He might have to fight him for the title when he's already beat him.
Yeah.
That's upsetting. And, Romero on a 2-fight losing streak gets a title shot. That's upsetting. But
I also think it's weird when, fighter like Chris Weidman jumps into up a weight class and gets to fight a guy who's undefeated, who should be making a run at the belt, and now he has to fight this guy who's coming into the weight class right away.
And I understand, the things that people say about, your loss record doesn't amount to so much, but your current form should amount to a lot. I mean, your last fight and the fight before that should count.
I think at the very least, your last 3 fights should decide where you're gonna be.
I mean, don't quote me, but I think Romero might be 3 losses in a row.
No, because I think the one fight he won was 3 fights in a row because he lost.
Did he fight in between him and
Robert Whittaker back to back?
Right.
And then
he lost 2 fights
because
to Whittaker.
I want to say, I don't remember, but I do want to say that in between Whittaker and Whittaker was the Weidman fight when he blew Weidman's head open, and I think that's what got him the rematch.
Maybe.
I don't want to say that for certain, but I think maybe.
And I mean, Israel has to fight a guy that Robert Whittaker, beat twice. And Israel knocked out Whittaker in the second round fairly easy.
Yeah. It's weird, but
accomplishment-wise, it doesn't make sense.
No, it's all about selling pay-per-views.
Sell them tickets, Dana White.
Yeah, that's all it's about here.
Nick Diaz looking for a return in 2020.
Yep.
Saying some crazy stuff. I wanted to.
Oh, please tell us.
Say a snippet of the interview he had with Ariel Helwani. I'll try to gloss over the F words. All I see is effing dollar signs right now. It's not on me. You want to talk about baptizing my younger brother? That's on you. I never had nothing disrespectful to say, but you don't talk about baptizing my younger brother. So you're already in an effed up position if you fight with me. You don't effing talk about baptizing someone's younger brother. That's my baby brother. You don't talk like that to nobody. So who rides on whose side? You want to say that? You want to do that? You want to walk? That's on you. I can relate to you. That's why I ain't mad at you. But if you want to walk, that's on you. Y'all can try to make sense of that.
I mean,
the
only thing that
he's obviously upset.
Yeah, he's upset, and he's saying, I get it, because if it was me, I'd be talking the same shit.
Right.
But you can't say that about my brother.
You can't say that about my brother.
Yeah, that's my brother, and you should have known that was my brother. You should not say that, and since you did, now I want you. And if he's
really upset about that particular word, baptizing
him,
because he went on to repeat that 3 times.
3 times.
You just don't talk about baptizing someone's younger brother. Masvidal's reply was, does he want to take a walk with me, or does he want to fight? I'm not really confused. When they get that sorted out, hit me up.
Yeah, so the only thing that makes sense to me, the first thing I think of, because Nate and Nick, they're hood dudes.
Oh, yeah.
So they talk, somewhat metaphorically like hood people will do.
Right.
So if you can talk the talk, walk the walk. So if you want to walk, walk with me.
Right.
And we can make this happen. So that's what I'm getting out of it.
I gather it, but they make for some entertaining headlines.
It's great. It's great because they not only talk this trash, but in essence, they back it up.
So, he'll walk the walk.
Yeah. And
he wants to walk.
And no matter what, win or lose, he will believe that he won.
Yeah.
Win or lose.
Yeah, if you decision him, if you knock him out, it'll be like, I was winning that until he caught me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he'll say.
Exactly. So that's funny stuff. What else we got?
Thug Rose, like you were talking about, she's on her way back. February or March, she's looking for a return. The loss to Andrade really took it out of her. Her head was out of the game. I don't know. She was real emotional in the interview. Said that, she didn't really care about fighting anymore because of being the champion. It's pretty interesting interview with Ariel Helwani. Well, I'm all about that dude's show. Check out his stuff. Mm-hmm. But we need her back, man.
We do need her back. I feel like the strawweight division is in desperate need of Thug Rose to come back. I think that outside of Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She has been the most exciting champ, and I want to say the best champ we've had, because she doesn't need to talk trash. She just needs to get in the octagon and show you what she can do. I'm a little taken back by the fact that this loss hurt her so much, because she didn't lose the fight because she got beat. She lost the fight because she got caught. You know, she put herself in a bad position and she got put to sleep. It wasn't a punch; it was a slam. You know, like it wasn't like some technique that you missed. You just made a bad choice.
Right. And from what I could gather in the interview, she wasn't. You know, it wasn't so much losing, but the loss of the belt, but because of what she had put into the belt, like she had put the belt on this pedestal. She was saying, and you know, she made it like her and the belt were like, you know, synonymous thing, and you know, she's like, that can't be like that. You know, she said it made her really awkward, and you know, she wasn't real happy anymore. And I guess I could see that. You know,
I can actually understand that, because I think
and then to lose it,
I think maybe
like she did, like you know, like you said, she didn't get, you know, it's like she got caught.
Yeah, because she was winning
one move. So you know, if you put so much into this thing, you know, your championship, and it can go away so easily. You know what I mean? What are you doing with your life? That's how she felt.
Oh,
you know?
okay. So it was kind of more of like an epiphany to her, and now she. So we might see an even more dangerous Doug Rose. I don't care about the belt. I just care about whooping all y'all.
I just care about winning. I just care about wanting to fight and win. So, yeah, we might see a whole new centered Doug Rose.
All right.
That's exciting.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's all the good news.
So we got some bad.
But yeah, update on Anaya Blanchard, Walt Harris's stepdaughter. We all know she's been missing since October 23rd. They released an affidavit, the Auburn, Alabama police, that security cam footage seen her, and who's been identified and apprehended, this guy Ibrahim Yazid, 30 years old. They saw them on the security camera on October 23rd, so that led them to, you know, follow into this guy. And they found an eyewitness that had seen him force her into the car and take off with her.
Oh, wow.
So that led to them finding the car 2 days later on the 25th with damage on the car. They have since found Ibrahim Yazid. They found him last Thursday night in Escambia County, Florida, about it's like 6 miles away from the border to Alabama or something like that.
Okay.
And still no word on where Anaya Blanchard is, but the last bit of information the cops gave was that the DNA, which is blood found in the passenger side of her car, is definitely hers, and it's indicative of a life-threatening injury. So that sounds terrible. They have him charged with first-degree kidnapping. He's being held without bond. His face looked real beat up, so, you know, while he was in court, so they gave him the business. So that's good to know. Anyways, I don't know.
They brought him in hard.
Maybe we'll you know, hear something within the next few days. Maybe he'll confess.
Well,
we don't know what's coming, but
our hearts and our prayers go out to Harris's family.
Absolutely.
And to this young girl, and we hope that, if anything, she can be returned safe, and you know, we hope that it doesn't go in the other direction.
Yeah, but we will be following it. Probably have an update by next week, honestly.
All right, so you'll hear from us as soon as we find out. All right, now on to the next event, UFC Fight Night 165, 164.
Yes.
Blachowicz versus Jacare, Saturday, November 16th. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so I think that's, 8 p.m. here?
Yeah.
I think it's an 8 p.m. event.
An hour behind us, yeah, Central.
So, and it's in Gimnasio do Ibirapuera, whatever.
Okay, I didn't write that, so I can't say whatever.
Paraiso, Brazil. Okay. So it's in Brazil. That's all I
thought it was in Sao Paulo, but okay.
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay.
It says something weird. IBIRAPUERA.
Maybe that's the stadium. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. And let's bang out who's gonna win. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, 23-9, going up against the 15-9 Trevor Smith.
This one has been canceled.
Canceled. Skirt. Who would have won?
I think Rogerio probably that's little nog.
Yeah.
There, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have went with Trevor Smith.
Yeah, I think that experience.
Okay.
I would have went with him.
Women's bantamweight division, Vanessa Mello, 9-6, going up against the 6-1 Tracy Cortez.
Funny fight here. It was originally Duda Santana versus Leah Langston.
Okay.
Leah Langston had to pull out due to injury. Cortez steps in for her.
Yeah.
Then Duda Santana goes down.
Oh my God.
By injury, and Vanessa Mello steps in for her. We got
a double
We
step
got a
in.
whole new fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vanessa Mello fought in September. This will be her third fight in 4 months, actually.
Wow.
She lost a unanimous decision to Irene Aldana last time.
Yeah.
Probably remember that one.
Yeah.
She failed to make weight that time, too. So, I don't know. Was that a bantamweight fight? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that was a bantamweight fight. Cortez, contender winner, powerhouse wrestler. I'm going with her.
Yeah, me too. 6-1 record. You know, I'm a record whore. Women's featherweight division, Ariane Lipsky, 11-5, going up against the 6-3-1 Veronica Macedo.
Macedo?
Oh yeah, it is Macedo.
She's filling in on 2 weeks' notice. She's had 3 losses to start her career, and then she got a submission in August against Polyana Viana, who is a great submission artist, and she got her in 69 seconds.
Wow.
That's pretty serious. But the 3 losses before that. Yeah. Lipsky, good striker, can't seem to find enough range. I don't know, let's say Macedo takes her down, taps her out.
I like Macedo in this fight. Featherweight division, men's featherweight division, Douglas Silva de Andrade, 25-3, no contest, going up against 34-8 Renan Barrio.
Renan Barrio, you remember him?
Oh, Renan Barrio, that's how you say
He's
it?
a former bantamweight champ. TJ Dillashaw took the belt from him.
Yes, I do know who Barrio is.
He is 1-6 since 2014. He's a shell of himself since the Dillashaw loss. Douglas Silva de Andrade is 3-3 in the UFC. However, he's only lost to big names. He's durable, and the big names have only decisioned him. He's durable, heavy hands, and he's got 19 KOs.
So Douglas Silva de Andrade it is.
Andrade for sure.
Welterweight division, Warley Alvarez, 13-3, going up against 11-3 Randy Brown. I like Randy Brown in this one.
Warley Alvarez got a submission win over Colby Covington in the Ultimate Fighter Brazil. What? I just had to say that because Colby Covington, you know.
Kobe.
That's always nice to hear.
Kobe.
He's got a KO against Sergio Moraes in May. Randy Brown, 7 UFC fights up and down the whole way. Good win versus Barberina last time, though. I think I'm going to go with Brown.
All right. Lightweight division, Francisco Trinado, 23-7, going up against 24-9-1 Bobby Green.
Trinaldo been around forever. 13-6 in the UFC.
Wow.
3 L's to young fighters, though, in his last fights. Green, 6 fights. Wait a minute, what do we got here? 6 fights. Yeah, he's got 1 win, 4 losses, and a draw. And,
wow.
And he hasn't fought since last December. That's a tough one. It could be anybody.
I'm just going to go with Bobby Green.
They're both on the down slide. I'll go with Green. Yeah.
All right. Featherweight division, Ricardo Ramos, 13-2, going up against the undefeated 12-0 Luis Eduardo Garagori.
Ricardo Ramos moves up to bantamweight. He's 5-1 in the UFC. Usually guys will move up because they're losing. He's not, so that's interesting. He's moving up just because he's going to be more comfortable. Yeah. He's got wins in his last 3 fights. So
dope.
W versus what's his name? Humberto Bondanai for Eduardo last time out. Which he's an interesting up-and-comer. But I'm going to go with Ramos with that. All right. That good work.
We'll split it up this time. I'm going to go with Luis. Welterweight division, the main event of the prelims, Sergio Moraes, 14-5-1, going up against 26-7, James Cross.
Yeah, James Krause. Is on a 5-fight win streak.
Wow.
KO versus Wally Alves last fight. Sergio Moraes is a vet, been around since 2012. Got a lot of vets in this prelims here. Great jiu-jitsu, but he's got L's in his last 2 fights. I'm going with Krause on the 5-fight win streak.
I have to agree with you.
Guy with a 5-fight win streak going against a 2-fight losing streak.
There it is. To start the main event, we have Marcus Perez, 11-2, going up against the 15-3 Wellington Turman.
Bad debut for Turman last time. He had to fight Robertson. That was a good fight. I don't know if you remember, but he filled in on short notice and did well. I'd like to see what he could do with a full training camp. Perez submitted Anthony Hernandez last time out in February, but he's kind of been just waiting to fight. I gotta go. I think I'm gonna go with Wellington Turman. I like him.
I like the name Wellington, so I'm gonna actually agree with you on this one. One of my favorite fighters in the UFC. No, wait, sorry. I have to. I switched these up, so we'll come back to that one. In the middleweight division, Antonio Arroyo, 9-2. Now, I don't know who he's going against because he was listed twice. So unless they're allowing fighters to fight twice in one night, either he's fighting Kevin Holland or he's fighting Andre Muniz.
He's fighting Andre Muniz. Yeah.
Because Kevin Holland got taken out of that fight?
Yeah, Kevin Holland was taken out. I don't know exactly why.
Was it because he went to the other event? And got
Kevin Holland was pushed to the other event.
Okay. So he's going up against the 18-4 Andre Muniz. Listen.
Yeah, it was really strange here how they had Arroyo with whatever. But
2 fights. Yeah. Imagine a fighter fighting twice in one night.
Both from the Contender Series. They both got wins but did not secure a contract.
Oh, wow.
Then came back, both of them, on the same season again, and both ended up with a contract.
Wow.
Now both making their debut.
Against each other.
Dana said put them against each other.
Damn right.
So I
like Arroyo.
Hats off to either one. I mean, Arroyo I would go with too.
All right. Now, one of my favorite fighters in the lightweight division.
That makes sense.
Charles Oliveira. It's 27-8 with 1 no contest, going up against the 15-3 Jared Gordon.
Hopefully Oliveira can, start really fulfilling his talent. He's got 5 in a row wins by stoppage now. Finally, he's got 24 fights in the UFC.
Yes,
crazy. So I think he holds the record for submissions, or something like that. Ridiculous.
He's an awesome fighter. I love watching
Jared Gordon win against Morat last time. He's a tough up-and-comer. I'm going Oliveira.
Absolutely. One of my favorite fighters. All right. In the light heavyweight division, co-main event, I thought this was weird to give Mauricio Shogun Rua a co-main event. He's kind of, past the prime a little bit.
Too.
And Paul. Yeah, exactly.
Good win last time out for Paul Craig.
But it's a weird co-main event.
Submission against Vinicius Moreira in September. But Shogun, he's a legend. He was, interesting fact, he was the light heavyweight title holder when John Jones took it.
Yes, and he took and got it taken from him in brutal fashion.
And he hasn't fought since December last year, but he got a TKO against Tyson Pedro. So I don't know.
The one thing I'll say about Shogun Rua is he
tries.
He does try, and he has one of the best fights in UFC history going up against Dan Henderson.
Right, and he's got one of the better Muay Thai striking styles that we've seen in mixed martial arts.
But I got to go with Paul Craig in this one.
Yeah, me too. Even though he's only 4-4 in the UFC, I got to go with him.
All right, and then the main event. I don't know what Dana White's doing here, but he keeps giving these guys who are coming up into the lightweight division like a hell of a competitor to go against, some of the best. So Jan Blachowicz, 24-8, going up against the former middleweight, now light heavyweight, 26-7, 1 no contest, Jacare Souza. I love Jacare, but this is a tough fight to put him against in his first fight.
But you're putting him against a killer.
Throwing him right in the lines then.
Jan was on his way to John Jones before he ran into Thiago Santos, got KO'd, but great knockout of Araujo last time out.
Great. Cartoon-like knockout.
He's a great counter puncher, great boxing, good kicks. he's great all around. Jacare, is definitely better on the ground, but I don't think he can take Jan down. He's got good, powerful hands. He's always a threat. But, he's got the KO against Weidman last time. I thought it was funny that, the guys that came up, Weidman, Jacare, and Rockhold, like, Jacare knocks out Weidman, Weidman comes up, gets knocked out, Rockhold comes up and gets knocked out by Jan. Now Jan's fighting Jacare. What?
Yeah, craziness. It's all craziness. I felt like this really was throwing Jacare to the lion's den. Like, could you put him up against, like, me? I mean, not to say
he's
Anthony
39
Smith,
years old.
Not to say Anthony Smith would be something easy for him, but, like, could you give him Anthony Smith?
Yeah. I mean, Jan's a big light heavyweight, too. And Jacare is going to be a small light heavyweight.
Yeah, he is. All right, we're about to be out of the time, but UFC Fight Night, Blachowicz versus Jacare, and that's Saturday, November 15. Tune in and check it out. And until next week, we'll see you in the octagon.
Peace.
Have a good night.